Alright guys, before we get into the video, we're going to be doing a new giveaway.
The D&D Beyond Players Bundle.
In that bundle, we have the Player's Handbook, the Sword Coast Adventurer's Guide, Xander's Guide to Everything, and Tasha's Cauldron of Everything. So we're going to have tons of character options.
Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment down below on the video so you're entered to win a great giveaway coming from us very soon.
Alright guys, on to the video.
Hello everyone, welcome to Urge. Alex Jamison here as we continue to delve further deep into the pot of Tasha. Tasha's Cauldron. And we're going over the optional class features as more things you can choose as you level up in additional classes. Again, very cool things you can use as a DM to maybe reward your player, give a little something extra, or just give them as an option to choose, hey, you could take this or this. Very interesting ways you can find a way to work with and try things out. Starting off with some extra spells, a lot of aura-based things, summon celestial, cool. DMs love summon spells. They love them.
We need more stuff in the initiative order.
That's right. And for whatever reason, clerics didn't already have power word heal, so
yeah,
now they do. Now they do.
Makes a little bit more sense.
Fair enough.
So yeah, a good mix of spells on here. Some paladin spells, some druid spells, / sorcerer. Like the Sunbeam, Sunburst, I think they're wizard, sorcerer, and druid.
Yeah.
So they're a good mix of spells.
It's like celestial, light, sun, heal, things you think of with a cleric anyway.
They make sense.
Yeah, there's not any out of left field ones.
Yeah, definitely. And then at level 2, we're going to get Harness Divine Power. You can expend use of Channel Divinity to fuel your spells. As a bonus action, you touch your holy symbol, utter a prayer, and regain 1 expended spell slot, the level of which can be no higher than half of your proficiency bonus, rounded up. The number of times you can use this feature is based on the level you've reached in this class. At level 2, it's once. At 6, it's twice. And at 18, it's thrice.
And they even put the word thrice.
They did put thrice there.
It's great. And again, think of that's your channel divinity. That's how that scales up with is when you get your channel divinity uses.
And that actually makes it interesting for some of these subclasses that have more niche use channel divinities.
Yes.
Where you can instead use these because channel, turn undead, depending on campaign, can be almost never used and sometimes. So having something where you're basically getting like an arcane recovery, as a cleric, can be pretty nice, and it's rounded up, which is also nice.
Yes.
Plus 6 proficiency level area, you're gonna be getting 3 third level spell slots back, which not too shabby.
Yep. Means you can always have a revivify in that back pocket too, is what that means. Mm-hmm. As someone who's cast it a couple times. The other thing, you get cantrip versatility. This is a nitpicker thing, but it's in writing. So whenever you reach a level in this class that grants an ability score improvement, you can replace 1 cantrip you learned from the class spellcasting feature with another cantrip from the cleric spell list. So normally once you choose a cantrip they're had, unless your DM's like, I really don't care, you change a cantrip out. It's like, it's not. You level up, change it. That's fine. DMs that are strictly by the book, here's your chance they can change it every few levels. It
makes them have to think a little bit about it, not worry about it as much.
Yeah. Not panic, especially for new players.
Right.
I can imagine having a stickler DM, first time you ever played a spellcaster, you pick your cantrip at level 1, you're at level 6, and you've never cast the cantrip, you cast it 3 times ever.
Yes.
Feels bad.
So again, just a stickler thing on here. So lastly, we have Blessed Strikes. A very interesting ability, I think, on here.
Indeed. Because
it doesn't actually change a base class feature. It can substitute out for your subclass feature.
Interesting.
So, at 8th level, it replaces either Divine Strike or Potent Spellcasting. So all of the Cleric subclasses get one or the other.
Yep.
Divine Strike usually being 1d8 of a damage type.
Which then scales up to 2d8 at
level 14.
Yep.
And the Potent Spellcasting gets to add your Wisdom modifier to your cantrips and damage.
So give them a little bit more base damage.
So instead of taking those, you can instead take Blessed Strikes, which when a creature takes damage from one of your cantrips or weapon attacks, you can also deal 1d8 radiant damage to the creature. Once you deal this damage, you can't use it again until the start of your next turn. So it is once a turn.
Sure.
So that's something to keep in mind because some of the classes get extra attack.
Yep.
So they're not letting you hit it twice on there. But the thing that is interesting is its cantrips or weapon attacks. Because with Divine Strike, it's just weapon attacks.
Yep.
And Potent Spellcasting, it's just cantrips.
Yep.
So if your campaign is not going to go to level 14, you don't care about the upgrade to the 2d8 for Divine Strike.
Nope.
There's that. Or if you want to have more versatility to not have to be in melee or in range, you can be either or. You have that option as well to just do that extra 1d8 on top of there as well. Mm-hmm. So it's a nice utility, versatility, just to have that option. And Radiant isn't that bad. Some of the subclasses have some rough ones, like I think Forge has fire, and one of them has poison.
Yeah.
So those are a little bit more commonly resisted. Yeah. So if you're like 2d8 a commonly resisted type, or
outside of celestial creatures, not much resist radiant damage.
Yeah, Radiant's, and in fact, a lot of things are vulnerable to radiant.
Yeah, there are things that are vulnerable to radiant damage too.
So yeah, could be interesting swap on there. So
again, if you've watched any of our videos before, you know I preach choices and versatility. What this does is, instead of only getting the bonus to cantrips, which is a floor of your modifier, and you know what the number's going to be,
right?
Or getting the bigger, heftier melees, which does scale up to 2d8 eventually. But that ability forces you to go in and use melee. If you're wanting to not get into melee because, well, crap, you've got a barbarian and a rogue in your group already. You don't need 3 people trying to clog up melee.
Right.
Now you can get damage, an extra d8 either on melee or your cantrip. So either or, you're getting a little bit of damage extra either way.
Yes. Definitely very interesting on there. And all of this being said, I think some of the options on here are very interesting. I'm curious to see the rest of these, how people are going to respond to some of these kind of changes on here. Like extra spells, sure, that's fine, that's whatever. Being able to get spell slots back can be major. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, having the option to actually change out a subclass feature.
Yeah, because it's a subclass and not a base. We're going through these in alphabetical order if you're watching these as they come out, obviously. That this is the first one that's made a adjustment not to a base class, but to the subclass choice.
Yes. So, and one other thing I wanted to mention as well, too, I did in the other ones as well, it's like Alex was saying, you can reward these and kind of tie them into your campaign, too. Yep. Because, for example, it says, like, at level 1, you get these extra spells options.
Yep.
But a level 1 character can't cast Sunbeam. They don't have 6th level spells.
Correct.
So you could have a quest where they go on the quest and then they come back and the quest giver or someone they meet on the quest teaches the cleric Sunbeam.
Yes.
And you can kind of tie it into the campaign as to how they're actually able to use this kind of spell.
It's another almost mini milestone kind of thing.
You can use it as like a boon.
Yeah.
Or like a thing like that.
Maybe the cleric did a really, really interesting, creative way to get through an RP situation. You're like, oh, I didn't think of that. That's pretty clever. Well, reward him with, the person you saved has the spell scroll he found that happens to say Aura of Vitality, and you're able to read it and learn how to cast that spell. Creative ways to let you.
You can do some nice things to mix it up a little bit and add it so your players feel like they're getting a reward, and you're like, these are just extra features that were added in the last book. But they don't know that. So,
but
interesting.
They can try to win that book from us.
They can. And how do they do that, Alex?
By subscribing. Yes. The notification, and then you comment down below about the video. Yeah.
So, guys, if you want to be in that giveaway, and you enjoyed the video, of course. If you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, hit the bell notification.
Yeah.
So you're
gonna do it. You're gonna do it anyway.
Exactly.
So the only thing you got to do there is just put the comment down below on top of that.
There you go.
Free stuff.
You're there. So, guys, always love to read your comments. Let us know down below what your thoughts are on these new class optional features. And as always, thanks for watching.